boom, 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 boom. Hello. Let's see if anybody turns up tonight. One watcher. We've got one watcher in the house. Can you hear me? One watcher. If you can hear me, two watchers. If you can hear me, give us a thumbs up. Hello, Marilyn. How are you? Hello. Can you hear me okay? Hello, Megs. Megs, can you hear me okay? Tracy, fantastic. Super duper. Everybody can hear me. Fantastic. Squeeze me. Well, I don't know if I look any better, but I'm using one of my new Christmas presents here, a new webcam. So so I don't know if it's an improvement over the old one, or whether I'm getting or whether I'm just getting uglier as I get older. Oh, jolly good. Yeah, Meg says very clear, much better, super duper. I've got to get used to looking up here though, because it's sat on top of the computer instead of sitting down here where I usually used to look at you down here. I now have to look up here. So my apologies if I look a bit odd, but I've just got to get used to talking to the camera up here. So yeah, there you go. Did everybody have a good Christmas anyway? Poked you in the eye. It's a good job it's not 3D. Oh, jolly good. Yeah, it's a full high definition webcam, so hopefully it'll improve these streams. It won't improve my language skills, obviously, but yeah, hopefully it will improve the streams, and I'll look a bit better for you guys, a bit clearer anyway. So did everybody have a good Christmas then? I'm assuming we had a very good Christmas. Thank you. What did we get? Well, now let me start with things that I got. Obviously, I got a new webcam, and I don't know if you can see. Let me see if I can just diddle this webcam down here, and I'll show you. I got a new fancy keyboard. It's a gaming keyboard, a Razer keyboard, and a Razer mouse. So I got the keyboard off my daughter, and I got the mouse off Pam for Christmas. And let me just put you back on here. Oh my god, there we go. Oh, there we are. Yeah, so I got those. I got a scarf off my my little grandson, and I got a jumper off my stepson and his wife. And I got a couple of new sweaters, really exciting stuff, I know, but yeah, they're great sweaters for me. What else did I get? I got a couple of chocolate oranges as well, bad for my waistline, but there you go. What else did I get? I got a bottle of vodka, which is always appreciated. I got a Rubik's Cube as well, and I've been practicing and learning, and I've managed to complete it 4 times now since I got it. So I'm getting better and better at a Rubik's Cube, something I could never do. But yeah, I got a new Rubik's Cube, and I've been working away with that. So see, that's good fun. And yeah, that's about it, really. Apart from having a great Christmas dinner and a lovely time over Christmas, we went out on Christmas Eve. I took Pam down to the local. Our daughter was working, but she met us in the pub after work. So we had a couple of pre-Christmas drinks on Christmas Eve, and then we went to we stayed at home Christmas Day, and we had a lovely dinner and a few drinks at home, and yeah, just a lovely quiet time actually. Again with Pam and my daughter. And then on Boxing Day, we had a little bit of a buffet at home, and my wife's sister and her boyfriend, her fella, they came down in the afternoon. Sorry, somebody's just coming in here. It's my daughter, as usual. It's very good. Yeah, everybody's really impressed at the quality.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. Yeah, the the webcam was from my daughter as well. So yeah, so Boxing Day, my wife's sister and her boyfriend, they came down. We had a bit of a buffet and a few drinks here, and then my wife's sister came with us down to the pub on Boxing Day. Her boyfriend, he had to go home because he was flying out to the States for work the following morning. So he didn't stay with us, but we had a good few drinks on Boxing Day evening, and then the rest of the time has been just sort of sitting lazing around, doing nothing really, relaxing, taking it easy, and generally being a layabout. I've got a lovely dressing gown as well. I'll show you my dressing gown. Hang on 1 second. Well, there you go. How's that? Oh, a lovely dressing gown as well. And it's really soft. Oh, it's so soft. It's ridiculous. Oh, it's so good. But yeah, I had a lovely time. Thank you everybody for asking. What about all you guys? I just got a little drinky poo here as well. The ice is melting away really fast as well. So I hope everybody had a good time anyway. You didn't get too drunk, hopefully, and you didn't eat too much food, unlike me. Tracy Roberts got Christmas Day off, but worked after that. Well, sometimes we all have to do that, unfortunately. So my daughter's showing me munchies that she's got for herself and her boyfriend. Oh, Marilyn having prime rib. Oh, I got your recipe as well, Marilyn. So I shall be having a crack at that one day as well. Meg's had a lovely family Christmas with the vegan family, but food was actually nice. Hey, you know, each their own, like I say. Excuse me. So yeah, there's not a lot more I can tell you really about Christmas. Like I say, we've just been sat doing nothing and chillaxing, taking it easy. That's the main treat. Tracy Roberts, treating myself to the Equinox 800. Oh, very nice, Tracy. I didn't get a detector for Christmas. It's not something I was looking for or asking for. So yeah, no, I'm in the process of trying to save up to buy a new detector, or to buy an extra detector. I've got 2 at the moment. So Pam thinks I'm going balmy, but yeah, I'm stuck between. I've probably told you this before. I'm stuck between 2 choices. I'm stuck between the XP Deus and a Minelab Sovereign for the beach, really. So it's stuck between those 2. But we'll see what we can save up through the year, and yeah. Now then, Simon, how are you? Oh, Tracy took a new detector out today and found gold ring pulls instead of the silver ones. Very good, Tracy. Oh, and as I was talking to Simon earlier. I went out and purchased some new sets of drawers yesterday. Yeah, it was yesterday, and I've been building one of the sets today. So Simon was going to come up today, but I only saw his message late on this afternoon. Well, a little bit too late, really. But so we're going to arrange a day out and get back on the detecting anyway. Probably in the new year. Never mind about probably. It will be in the new year. So. Well, Simon's got a T2 I can use. Well, Simon, when we set the day up, we'll maybe give it a shot and see what happens. On the up indeed, Tracy, yes. Hunter, and I'm going to attempt to pronounce that second name, Hunter Busker. Am I right? Am I wrong? I don't know how to pronounce that, Hunter. Hunter Busker, Hunter Besker, Boucher. So yeah, so we had a pretty good time. I've got to really get used to looking up at this camera. I really do. It's very strange. Yeah, so see, there you go. And I've been playing a lot of computer games over Christmas as well. So because I got my new keyboard and mouse. So yeah, so that's pretty much what I've been doing. This is only going to be a quick stream, by the way. I wasn't intending to do a full-blown live stream tonight, so it was just a test of the new camera. And excuse me, and just to make sure everything was working properly. What's this? Marilyn says, found a spot over by the river where the city tore apart an old campground. My project for when the weather breaks. Hey, Marilyn, hey, go for it. If you can get on there and see if you can get something found, then oh, Dan XBG. Is that a £1 super chat, Dan? That's absolutely fantastic. Thank you very much. That's the first super chat I've ever had. There you go. you take me by surprise. Oh, don't say it's buffering again. Or is it just Megs in Australia that's buffering, or is everybody else buffering as well? Oh, Dan. Oh, look, Dan's done another £5 super chat. Well, thank you, Dan. You didn't have to do that, but thank you very much. Oh, Marilyn's got the combination for the gate lock. Good evening, Anthony. How are you, sir? Yeah, just in case everybody doesn't know, I do have super chats enabled. I don't shout and bawl about it, but yeah. But thank you, Dan X BG. Thank you very much for those. Most appreciated, sir. Bob Marley's here as well. Irie, man. Anthony, drinking alcohol free now? Deary me, Anthony, you're letting the side down, sir. I must admit, yeah. Is the buffering for anybody else? Is anybody else struggling with the live stream, or is it okay for everybody? I'll notice I'm a little bit out of focus there. I think, aren't I? Ooh. I don't know. I'll maybe have to play with the settings on the camera, but yeah, I do look to be a little out of focus, so I don't know what's going on there, but. Maybe it's just you, Megs. By the sounds of it, everybody else seems to be fine. Marilyn's asking if Hogmanay's in full swing yet. No, we are going again. We're going down to the local pub on New Year's Eve They've got a bit of music on in there, and we've not been out for, well, we haven't been out on New Year's Eve since our daughter was born. That's 23 odd years, 23 years. Yeah, 23 years. So yeah, we're going to go down to the local public house, and we're going to enjoy the music and have one or two drinks, and yeah, see the new year in. Bob Marley, anybody got a New Year hike planned? I usually do go for a walk on New Year's Day. I did last year. I'm going to see how I am this year on New Year's Day, and I might take a walk up into the hillside, and we'll maybe have a little snifter of a drink up there, and celebrate the new day for the new year, for the 2020, and yeah, we'll see what happens. Anyway, we'll see if I'm in any state first of all. And yeah. Bob's breaking in some new boots, back into Studley Pike. Yeah, indeed. Anybody that is going out hiking, obviously, dependent on your weather and whereabouts you're going hiking, do stay very safe. It's Tracy Roberts working at Cheltenham Racecourse New Year's Day, so no Hogmanay for me. Boo. Or boo, Tracy. Think of the money though, Tracy. That's the important thing. You have to think of the money. Marilyn's staying home. Around here it's amateur hour. Amateur hour. You've lost me, Marilyn. Do explain. I don't know why we're slightly out of focus. I don't think I have any camera options. Oh no, we've jumped back into focus there. Look, maybe it's me that's too far away from the camera, and yeah, maybe I have to come back close to the camera. Did you restart, Megs? Did you or restart the stream or restart your phone? One of the two, and it's oh, idiots on the road, Mara. Yeah, I know what you mean. I suppose Christmas and New Year, they get a little bit overexcited, don't they? Maybe one or two have got new cars, and yeah, things can get a bit risky sometimes. So I was myself and the daughter. We went out to buy the new drawers. We went to IKEA to buy the new furniture, and we were on the way, and somebody pulled out of a junction and nearly wiped us out. It was unbelievable. Couldn't believe it. I mean, you could clearly see. Well, he was sticking out of the junction anyway. I could clearly see him. If he was even looking, he would have clearly seen me, but he wasn't looking, obviously, and he just pulled straight forward. And I managed to slam the brakes on and take evasive action, so as they call it, and skirt around him. But by all accounts, he sat there. My daughter says he looked like an older gentleman with his wife at the side of him. So he sat there until we were long gone, apparently, and he didn't move. So it's obviously scared the life out of him, and he's maybe thinking twice about his driving now, to be perfectly honest with you. But yeah, there you go. Yeah, indeed, Bob. Drinking and driving is appalling. I do not condone that at all. It's the one terrible thing. And it surprisingly, I found a poster from the 1970s recently. I posted it on my Facebook. I didn't show you guys when I found it, but it was an old drink drive poster from the 1970s, and it says, "Think before you have that fifth pint." So this was back in the day, in the 1970s here in the UK, when drink driving, it wasn't a crime. They were simply telling you to think about that, having that fifth pint. Can you believe that? That is absolutely insane. People were drinking, and it was, it was perfectly normal way back then. But yeah, again, there you go. Times change, thankfully. Simon says, the big man metal detecting says, that's one thing I don't miss working as a bouncer in Glasgow over the festive period. I can imagine it gets a little bit interesting in Glasgow. I really can. We'll leave it at that. Oh dear. Yeah, Marilyn says, new vehicles and the forecast is for 6 to 8 inches of snow. Oh, right, okay. I'll be out in the 4x4, they brand new 4x4s. Yeah. just making sure they can drive in a bit of snow. Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? Yeah, craze on the roads. You need to have eyes in the back of your head. Well, indeed, yeah, eyes in the front, the back, and the side. Bob Marley says it's supposed to be very mild and even some sunshine here in Yorkshire next few days. It was. I tell you what, Bob. Me and Pam, our daughter, went out this evening with her boyfriend. Me and Pam, we had a bit of Chinese for our tea tonight. So I went down to get the Chinese, and I didn't put a jacket on. I just had me sweatshirt on. And yeah, it was very mild actually. I walked up and down. I had to nip to the Tesco and get some bread and milk. So I parked the car on the front, walked to the Chinese, then walked to Tesco and back to the Chinese. And yeah, it was very, very mild actually. I was surprised how mild it was, but for this time of year. But yeah. Well, that's it, Bob. 4 pints. There was no legal limit when that poster went up. I think it was about 74 or 75. The poster was from, and yeah, there was no legal limit. You could drink as much as you want and drive home, by all accounts. So crazy, isn't it? Anyone doing a new Anthony says anyone doing a New Year Day metal detecting? I won't be. The ground's super wet at the moment. I'm hoping now that it's going to dry up a little bit, and I'm going to get back on the farm permission and up there because, like I said, I was telling you just before Christmas, I saw the farmer and she says that the cows and bulls have been taken off the fields now, so I'm free to roam again without fear of being trampled or attacked. Marley says driving's fine, stopping's the problem. Yeah. I think people get carried away in snow. I know I've done it myself, usually in a car park, an empty car park at the supermarket. You do a couple of donuts on the snow, but yeah, some people get a bit carried away, I think. And global warming, indeed, Bob. Yeah, well, I don't think we've the time to cover global warming on this channel, but I think there's plenty of channels that cover it as much as it needs to be done. Yeah, and indeed, Bob. Yeah, you didn't. I remember not having to wear a seatbelt when I was a kid in the 70s. Crazy, isn't it? My dad's a bit of a speed freak. He loves fast cars, motorbikes. He grew up with motorcycles, and he's from the Isle of Man as well. So he was born there, and yeah, he loves fast motorbikes and fast cars. And he had some lovely cars over the years. And in the 70s, he had two cars. He had a Datsun 180B Triple S. I don't know if I'm probably speaking gobbledygook to a lot of people, but it was an imported Datsun. It was like a super sport series, and it was a very quick car for its size, and for what it was in the 1970s, it was a quick car. And then he also had a Daimler 66 as well, which was a V12 Daimler, and yeah, that was a quick car. It had it had cream leather interior and cream plush carpets. Beautiful car it was, and yeah, that thing could shift. As soon as you press that pedal, it just went into overdrive, and that was it. You were gone. The big man says, in the Australian outback, they measure driving distance in bottles of beer needed for the journey. Oh dear. Marilyn says, I routinely get passed by the lifted 4x4s. I hate it. Yeah. Do you know what? I can understand if you need a 4x4 vehicle. I mean, there are farmers and what have you that live locally around Helensburgh. Yeah, obviously they drive Land Rovers and other sorts of 4x4 vehicles and what have you, and they obviously need that kind of vehicle. I can never understand people that live in the city and they drive a 4x4. It makes no sense to me of having a vehicle that you're never going to use. So there you go. Yeah, Bob, get your gear ready. Like I say, make sure you're safe and yeah, enjoy your hike. Marilyn says no, an AC Bristol, an AC Bristol. Well, I know AC from the little car they made that Shelby, Carroll Shelby took and created the AC Cobra, and yeah, Bob, Datsun made some great cars. Obviously, I keep saying Datsun, and again, some of you youngsters probably don't know what Datsun is. Datsun is what they now call Nissan, and yeah, Datsun was the original name for the Nissan company. I'm not sure why they changed it. I couldn't tell you why they changed it, but yeah, Bob, you're right. Yeah, the Nissan now. Yeah. Big man always wanted a Datsun 280 ZX. Wouldn't it be nice? Yeah. I still fawn after my dad's 180B though. I really do fawn after that car, and I've seen a few. There's a few on YouTube, guys that have them and they've restored them, and I mean they're just absolutely beautiful cars. And that's more. I really can't say any more than that. Get a GTR now, my friend. It's a Porsche killer. Indeed, it is. Yeah, the GTR or Nissan Skyline. I think I prefer the Nissan Skyline, to be honest. But I'd love a go in a GTR. There's a guy that lives not far from me, and he's got I think it's like a dark blue GTR. And every now and again, he takes it up and warms it up, and it's a beautiful sounding vehicle. Yeah, twin turbochargers and launch control and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, absolute monsters. They used to call the Nissan Skyline Godzilla because it was such a monster. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Bob. Yeah, you can't beat Japanese. That's all I've driven for the last probably 7 or 8 years now is Japanese cars. Used to have a couple of Subaru Imprezas, and I had the estate version of the turbocharged cars, and they were fantastic to drive. Well, the first one was fantastic to drive. That was a '97 Turbo 2000, and that was something else, an absolute beast of a car, and it was very forgiving for drivers. I mean, I could drive that thing hell for leather, and not that I ever did, but yeah, very forgiving car, and almost makes you feel a little bit too invincible, I think. Then I got a second one that was a 2001 Impreza Turbo Estate. I wasn't a fan of that car, to be honest. It wasn't as good as the '97. And then since then, I've had a Suzuki Liana, really boring, but when it was going, it was a very good car. I was let down by a mechanic with that one, so I won't go into that. And now I've got the little Toyota Corolla now, which is a grand little car, and yeah, it starts first time every time and never goes wrong. It's great. I've had this one 2 years now. Excuse me. Yeah, and it's I can't complain. Like I say, the Japanese stuff just seems to go on and on forever and ever. Megs used to have a 180B. We used to rally drive it. Oh, Megs. I've seen one of the two of the cars that I've seen, the 180s that I've seen have been in Australia, and I think probably because you have better weather than us. Ours all seem to rust away. My dad's one. He said he kept it for years and years and years, and he knew it was getting progressively worse because of the they were never rust treated back then, so they started to rust quite quickly. And he used to take it to a mechanic, and the mechanic was forever welding bits on it. And he got to the stage where the mechanic just said to my dad, he says, "Phil," he says, "there's nothing more I can do." He says, I can't do anything. I can't weld to nothing. There's nothing there for me to weld it to. So eventually he had to get rid of it. But yeah, it's a shame. Like I say, I'm sure there's many cars here in the UK that are long gone, that are just now piles of rust. That Bob Marley's a Mazda CX-5, a very underrated car. Yeah, I've never had a Mazda, I must admit. They're never one that's kind of jumped out at me. Although the MX-5, I must admit, I would probably have a little MX-5. Two 180Zs as well, Megs. It's all right for some. Marilyn, I have indeed seen your toys. Yeah, you're a very lucky lady. Yeah, Marilyn's got a couple of lovely hot rods. Big Man says the father-in-law just bought a Maserati Quattroporto. Scary having an 86-year-old still on the road. Oh, dearie me. Yeah, it's weird, Marilyn, how certain cars can be incredibly popular in particular towns and cities. I know here in Helensburgh, the Toyotas are incredibly popular, but there is a Toyota garage, so and it's been there for a lot of years. So this obviously they sell a lot of cars to local people. So yeah, Meg's saying she lived in the bush on dirt roads, so when it rained, it was rally driving. Hey, you know, living somewhere like that, Megs, improves your driving skill as well. So it's not to be balked at or laughed at, really. It's something to be championed, really. I know in the likes of Norway and what have you, the kids there, they do driving lessons at a very young age, and they're taught how to drive correctly in snow and how to handle different snow and ice conditions as well. So. Yeah, Simon says it's not a welder you need, it's a wand. He's not far wrong here in the UK. Although I must admit, I've started to wax oil the underneath of my car, some of the major components. So I must get more of that done this year when it's a bit drier. Just hopefully improve the longevity of the vehicle. Yeah, the Subarus with them being all-wheel drive are I must admit are fantastic in the snow. Although again, some people do get carried away and they think that you can drive like a rally driver on snow, and you simply can't. You know, you have to drive safely and slowly and certainly within your means, obviously. But yeah, the 4x4 permanent all-wheel drive was very good on my Subarus, I must admit. Yeah, and the potholes like craters, Megs, I can imagine they were as well. Mind you, some of the roads around here, like I say, when I went out with my daughter shopping there the other day, after all the rain that we've had, there's some big potholes in some of the roads. It's absolutely insane. And hello, Simone. Hope you're well. That's Simone in there. Sarah Major, hello from Wakefield. Sarah, well, welcome from Wakefield, Sarah. I used to live not far from Wakefield. I used to go there on Saturday mornings as a kid. When I was a teenager, we used to go Saturday morning to Wakey, to town centre, and wander around and be absolute idiots. But there you go. Well, Marilyn says the ski resorts are over 300 inches of snow and counting. That's insane. Yeah, sensible, Simon. Yeah, the roads are in a pretty dreadful state in some areas at the moment. It's best to keep the bike off the road. Oh, Simone's got herself a Nocta. Is it a Nocta Simplex for Christmas? Very good, Simone. You have to get making more videos as well. Hopefully you'll find something shiny this year. Hopefully we'll all find something shiny in the new year. Yeah, indeed. Yeah, that's one of the downsides, unfortunately, is the salt, and especially where I am here in just on the coast. obviously we get the salt in the sea air and all, and yeah, it's very quick to work its magic on making the car rust. Oh, you're editing a video now? Yes, jolly good, Simone. I shall wait and see. Oh, grandkids bought you Simone's saying the grandkids bought her a knockoff GoPro, so she's testing it out. Hey, Simone, that's what I started with. It's what I was using for my webcam. Hang on. Yeah, that was that's my one, Simone. A little Crosstour. It says it's 1080p. I don't think it does record in 1080p, but it's a little faux GoPro, and it's not a bad camera, to be perfectly honest with you. I was perfectly happy with it when I got that, and they're nice and cheap, and they're simple, and yeah, decent enough quality. So, you know, I couldn't complain for it. So yeah. Then my daughter bought me the GoPro, obviously, last year. So, but yeah, so that's resigned to my box of gadgets now. So yeah. All right, Simone. Well, stay safe, taking the grandkids home, and yeah, I'm looking forward to that video. Oh, look, I've gone all out of focus again. I don't know. I can't tell whether something is jumping in and out of focus. I'm not sure what's going on there. Sorry, I'm looking at myself to see whether I'm in focus or not. We'll maybe get this new camera figured out at some stage. So, oh, Simon, you never found a hammered coin. You'll have to send me pictures of that, mate. Yeah, at least my GoPro understands English. So yeah, I've a GoPro, and it's a GoPro Hero 2018, and you can give it voice commands. It will listen to your voice, so you can tell it to start recording or stop recording, and you can tell it to take a picture or tell it to turn off. You can't tell it to turn on, obviously. When the power's off, it won't listen to you then. But yeah, Simon bought himself one of the GoPros, and it also has voice activation, but it doesn't understand a strong Scottish accent. So it's the funniest thing, seeing Simon stood there saying, "GoPro, turn off." It's not turning. Oh dear. Oh, it's the funniest thing. And then I walk up and take the camera off and say, "GoPro, turn off," and the camera just turns off straight away. It's hilarious. Sorry, Simon. Oh God. Tracy, I tell you what software I use for making my videos. It's called Lightworks. Let me see if I can find a link for Lightworks, and it's a free software as well. But it's kind of like a movie industry standard software. You'll probably need to look at a few videos on how to use it. But if I give you this link, Tracy, there we go. So that's the link there, Tracy, that I posted in chat. That's the software that I use, and I know Simon uses that software as well. It's very good, but it lets you do a lot of things. It is limited in the resolution that you can output to. So the maximum resolution you can output to is 720p. But for YouTube, that's absolutely fine. If that's what you're intending to do, if you're intending to upload to YouTube, then yeah, it's absolutely fine for that. Simon's got a racist GoPro. Oh dear. Yeah, like I say, have a look into it, Tracy. Have a look at some of the videos on YouTube. Just shows you how to do. Just looking to do some basic editing, and that's all I do with it. Really, is do a bit of basic editing, add in some titles, which are nice and simple to do, and yeah, that's about it. Sometimes I edit sound as well, so it allows you to edit the sound. You know, if it's a bit windy out, then you can sort of limit the wind noise. You can't get rid of it, but you can limit it down a little bit as well. So. Well, that went down very well. Whew. Well, look at that, 14 viewers, and we've got 12 thumbs up. That's brilliant of you boys and girls. So anyway, yeah, that's been my Christmas anyway. Everybody else had a good Christmas? What was everybody's favorite present? Well, I won't say favorite present. Tell me some of the presents that you boys and girls got for Christmas. Apart from obviously the ones that treated themselves to new metal detectors, obviously. When will I put a YouTube video? Is that what you mean, Megs? When will I put a tube out? I know I was supposed to put one out before Christmas, but I got a little bit carried away with the Christmas spirit, I must admit, and I never got it edited. I've another set of drawers to build tomorrow. Let me see if I can get the video edited that I was supposed to put out before Christmas. Let me see if I can get it edited and put it up tomorrow. And because I know I've kind of taken a back seat, I must admit, over Christmas. What with the year that we've had, I just decided that I wanted to sit back and just relax a little bit. So, and I hope you boys and girls understand that. And yeah, I will be back on it properly in the new year. So stay tuned. There's one or two things that I think we'll do this next year. It's also a busy year for me and Pam, because it's our 25th wedding anniversary as well. So yeah, 25 years. I've got to find. I'm tasked with arranging something for that milestone. So I've got that to deal with as well. So. So what have we got here? No, it's all right, Megs. I understood. I figured it out eventually. Marlene got a salt lamp, some jewelry, clothes, mostly the usual. Hey, sometimes those usual things are the things that make us happy, really. I didn't really want for much this Christmas, and people were saying they were struggling to buy me things because you just get to, I think you get to a certain stage where there's not a lot that you will really want. So, Simone, I'll be back in a bit. I have to run the grandkids home. We'll see if you are still alive when I get home. Okay, Simone. Well, if I'm here, then I'll see you again. I'll tell you, sent you. Yes, I just heard the ding on my phone there, Simon. So I will look at that after I've done the live stream here. If you just give me two minutes, I'm just going to go and get myself another little cold drink because I'm absolutely roasted. Look at my tash here. I'm not sure I like this new camera. It's I'm going to have to get rid of this now. Look, dearie me. Meg's got heaps of I'm assuming that's chocolates, Chose. Heaps of shortbread biscuits, none of which I eat. Nice oils, shampoo and conditioner, salon stuff, lamps, candles, quiz cards, flowers, etc. Hey, that sounds all right, Megs. I'll take the chocolate. Well, I won't actually. No, I won't take the. I shouldn't say that. I have to get back on the fast in the new year, so I've kind of let myself go, I must admit, on that grounds, and I've not weighed myself, so I'm just going to get back on it in the new year, and yeah, we'll work from there. Right, give me two 2 minutes. Let me go and get myself another cold drink here. Hang tight. Here we go. Sorry about that. Tracy, Chocks, Socks, Pajamas, and Alexa. Ah, I've got Alexa on my Fire Stick. She's quite good, actually, I must admit. Marilyn says, the best part was the look on the grandkids' faces. Christmas morning should have been my 45th anniversary on the 27th. Oh, Marilyn. Hugs, Marilyn. Yeah, big hugs, Marilyn. Oh, excuse me. Well, we're almost 50 minutes in, boys and girls. I was like I say, what am I drinking, Megs? I am drinking vodka and tonic with ice. So it's my it's like my my standard tipple when I'm at home anyway. So yeah, vodka and tonic. I try not to say it too loud because YouTube likes to demonetize you when you talk about vodka. Yeah, so much for the short chat. Yeah, I really had no intentions of it being this long. I was only doing it just to test the new camera, you see. So so yeah, I thought I'd just give it 10 minutes. See if anybody came online as well. I'd not even advertised that I was going to be online. I normally put it on the community page when I'm going to that I'm going to be. Yeah, Megs, it's weird sometimes. They can be a bit funny about what you show on your videos, obviously, but yeah, they're pretty good, really. They're not terrible. I've had one or two videos in the past, and for good reason, obviously, when I've been when I've been worse for the wear. When I drank eight or 9 pints with Simon, I can't remember what it was, to be perfectly honest with you. They weren't too happy with that video, but yeah, it's yeah. Well, New Year plans, yeah, is basically is just down to the pub for New Year's Eve, and with Pam and our daughter, and I'm not sure if her boyfriend's coming along with us. And yeah, we're gonna have a bit of a drink and listen to music. There's a live band on, and yeah, and then we'll be home, and then. New Year's resolutions, Tracy. Anybody else? Yeah, I tend not to make New Year's resolutions, to be perfectly honest with you. Yeah, Marilyn's making the move to warmer climes. I look thinner now, Barry. yeah, okay, Barry, dead on. Yeah, I wish I was thinner. I must admit, I was just saying earlier, Barry, that I've forgotten the fasting. It doesn't exist over Christmas. I've eaten far too much over Christmas, so yeah. But we're going to start again in the new year. So hopefully, if you bear with me a second, I just need to go and blow my nose. Yeah, absolutely. Arizona, yeah, sunshine's easier to shovel than snow. that should be on a T-shirt for Arizona, Marilyn. Hang on. Sorry about that. And I've come back with food. These are apparently arancini balls. It's like a crispy cheesy ball. It's got like a cheddar cheese in it, I think. Very nice. Isn't isn't Arizona isn't that like a UFO country? They are yum, Megs, actually. They're very nice. I shouldn't be eating them, but there you go. Marilyn says she went to a place called Tortilla Flats over Thanksgiving. It's supposed to be the starting point for looking for the lost Dutchman mine. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. Yeah, no, that's right, Megs. Yeah, Nevada, Arizona, are they close by? Close to each other? I think they're next door, aren't they? Or tell you, somebody's going to tell me that Arizona's in Nevada. Oh no, Nevada's near Las Vegas. Las Vegas is in Nevada, isn't it? Oh, I'm terrible with tortilla flats. Sounds like a new snack. It does as well. Let me see. Where are we? Arizona. Where have we got? Oh, okay. Phoenix and Mesa is next door to Phoenix, which is in Arizona. Tucson. Yeah, okay. But not far from Texas as well. I say not far from Texas. It's probably 1,000 miles. And yeah, over to San Diego, Los Angeles on the coast there. Yeah, next door to New Mexico. So yeah, I think it's in that that general area of UFOs. The Phoenix Lights show up frequently. I'll send you a video that my daughter sent me. Mesa is where I'm headed. Headed to Mesa. Oh, very good, Marilyn. Oh. 16 viewers, 13 thumbs up. That's unlucky. 13. I would imagine it is probably very hot all the time in Arizona. Now then, Dave. For anybody that doesn't know, Dave is, when I refer to Dave, that's Fluffy Smudge. Yes, had a great Christmas. Thank you, Dave. And yeah, I think everybody's saying they've been having a good time. So hope you had a good one anyway. Dave, did you get your address to Marilyn, or do you want to send it to me and I'll pass it on to Marilyn, because I know she's got something she wants to send to you. Marilyn says, nice area. My biggest complaint is that they won't let me put a blown 350 in a golf cart. 70 degrees Fahrenheit on Thanksgiving. Wow. Let me see, and we'll work out what that is. We do centigrade here in the UK. 70 F in centigrade, and then I'll tell you whether I think that's hot or not. Oh, it's 21, so it's nice, it's comfortable. So I'd say that's comfortable over Christmas. 21 degrees centigrade. Yeah. We wouldn't melt here, Dave. 21 degrees. Goodness. I remember we went to it was Mallorca. Gosh, it would have been probably about 18 years ago. Shauna was only little. She was only sort of 5 or 6 at the time. And yeah, we were sat in the sun in Mallorca. Well, we were sat in the shade, actually. It was so hot. We were sat in the shade, and somebody, one of the group that we were with, had a cigarette lighter, and they had it sat in an ashtray. It was a glass ashtray. And this was in the shade. And the cigarette lighter exploded and shattered the glass ashtray. And that was in the shade. It was that hot. It was absolutely insane. We were all miserable as sin. It was that hot. I took Shauna back to the room every midday, every day, just to get her out of the midday sun. It was one of those times where it was just absolutely insanely hot, and it was knocking her. The heat would knock her out completely. So I took her back to the room, and she would sleep for a couple of hours, and I would sit on the balcony in the shade, and I would drink San Miguel. I used to buy a case of San Miguel from the little supermarket and put that in the fridge in the room, and then sit and drink San Miguel and read the paper while she slept. Fluffy Smudge Dave says he went to Spain last year, first time on a plane. Loved the plane, hated the heat, and we went in September, never again. Yeah, it's something you have to get used to. I do love the heat. Spain is a different kind of heat to what we get here. It's a very sort of dry heat over there, and And yeah, it can be a bit overpowering, but lots of cool drinks, and not alcohol, obviously, or not as much alcohol anyway. Plenty of water, I think, is the ideal thing when it's that hot. Meg says, okay, happy new year everyone, and very happy 2020. Must go, my phone is going flat but must move it as it's Monday the 30th here, 8:02 p.m. Wow. And we're still on Sunday night. Yeah, just that still blows my mind every time I see that. Yeah, hope you have a good new year, Megs, and yeah, we'll see you in the new year. Take care. Dave says, give me snow any day. Nope, it's all horrid heat. It's not all horrid heat. See, when we get a good summer, and this summer wasn't too bad, I must admit. The summer before was amazing, absolutely amazing. I mean, we were looking about 10 weeks of just non-stop sunshine. It was beautiful. I loved every second of it. Yeah, when we get a good summer here, I love to be out on the beach or out on the fields and hang on.
Are you gonna want a piece of salted caramel brownie when they're done?
Salted caramel brownie?
Salted caramel brownie.
No thanks. I'm not a fan of brownies.
Fuck yeah.
Hey! Language.
Are you drinking on stream, Dad?
Language.
Are you drinking on
That's
stream?
my daughter.
Are you drinking?
It's my daughter.
Are you drinking on stream, Dad?
Being very crude.
Are you drinking on stream?
Anyway, yeah, it's yeah, the summer is I love the summer. If it's a good summer, I'm out in it every day. Shorts and t-shirt, love it. The big man says he worked in 43 degrees centigrade in Australia on Christmas Day in a restaurant wearing a kilt. That's called dedication, Simon. That's what that is. Pure dedication. Oh, we're an hour in, look. Oh, 15 thumbs up. Well, thank you very much for those 15 thumbs up. I nearly got myself. I nearly got myself. I nearly made myself a kilt because I just thought, well, it would be ideal for summer, I think. But yeah, I bought some material. It was on sale at the time. Sorry, I've gone all out of focus again. It's very weird, this camera. Yeah, I bought some material and I was going to convert it into a kilt, but I never got around to it. So then again, my legs are bad enough with a pair of shorts. So. Right, well, boys and girls, we've done an hour, and I think we're going to call that it for this evening. Thank you to everyone that's popped along for this totally random live stream, and yeah, I will. If you've no more questions for me, and I don't think anybody's got any questions at the moment. The owner's wife got a shock when she lifted my kilt when she would believe me that a Scotsman doesn't wear anything under his kilt. I can imagine, Simon. Yeah, thank you, Marilyn, and a very happy new year to you as well. I hope it's a good one for you. And yeah, with that, I'm going to say... Oh, Anthony's... sorry, I missed that, Anthony. He's completely stopped drinking alcohol. A new you. Hey! You know what? Sometimes you just do those things. I'm not a huge drinker, I must admit, but I do like a drink every now and again. Yeah, happy new year, everybody. And yeah, stay safe. If you're going out on New Year's Eve, stay as safe as you can. Obviously, there'll be some idiots out there. You know what people are like. And yeah, I hope everybody has a good time. Doesn't drink too much. Doesn't suffer for it the next day, and if you do, you've only yourself to blame. And yeah, have a good one. Stay safe, and I will see you all in the new year. I'll hopefully get the video up tomorrow that I promised you before Christmas. So yeah. Yeah, Gold Roman Horde would be nice. Would be very nice, Tracy. You never know. One day, Dave's going to be under the bed with a dog. All right, boys and girls. Well, I will see you on the next one. Stay safe, take care, and have a good one. All right, bye.